Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the Football plus F1 show. As today we're going to talk about today's Premier League games and maybe other games from other European leagues, and also we're going to review the sprint qualifying of the Formula 1 Qatar Grand Prix. So let's get started. Let's start with the football first, of course, as I always do. Let's start with the Premier League, today's Premier League games. First game you've got Brentford against Burnley. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Brentford. Burnley haven't had good results recently, but 2-1 win for Brentford. I'm going for Sunderland against Bournemouth. Both teams have done, incredibly well this season. Bournemouth though have had a liver blip in the last couple of games. Sunderland have been fantastic this season. I'm going for a 1-1 draw for that game. Manchester City against Leeds United. It's a game that Man City have to respond. They're going to have to come back. They're going to have to win. Leeds United are in the relegation zone, in the difficult run of form, losing 4 of their last 5 games. Whereas City, they've lost 2 games in a row, losing to Newcastle, losing to Bayer Leverkusen. And it's a game that City have to respond and have to bounce back. Especially they're right now 7 points behind Arsenal. They're not even second because Chelsea are second. However, Chelsea and Arsenal play each other tomorrow. So it's again that City have to win to respond to Chelsea and Arsenal before they face each other tomorrow. So, and it's again that Manchester City have to win. It's a very important match for them, and they should win because Leeds United, with all due respect to them, they don't have the quality that City have. And Guardiola rested all of the big players in the Bayer Leverkusen games, so those players should be fresh and so the City should win this game quite comfortably. So yeah, no excuses for City. I'm expecting a 4-0 win for Manchester City. Everton against Newcastle United. Everton, they've been in a decent run of form in the last 3 games, winning 2, drawing 1. They're mid-table, they're 11th, although above Liverpool by a goal difference. And they're going to play Newcastle, who they've been quite inconsistent this season, I have to say. In other competitions, they've been quite good. They lost to Marseille, and I thought they were a bit unlucky in that game. However, I would say Eddie Howe made some mistakes in that game, especially from what I heard from Newcastle fans. But at the same time, Newcastle are doing well in other competition, but in the Premier League, they haven't been consistently good enough. They beat Man City, but now they need to keep that good level of consistency in terms of winning games. Because next games they've got difficult games. They've got Everton away, then they have to play Tottenham at home, then they have to play Burnley, then Leverkusen away, who just beat Man City. They're going to have to play the Tower derby between Sunderland, and then they've got a Carabao Cup quarter-final, and then they've got Chelsea, Man United. So they've got some tricky games from now until 26th of December. So it's a run that Newcastle and Eddie Howe have to be up for it and ready, because they've not been good domestically in the Premier League. And there is a question here: has Eddie Howe taken Newcastle United as far as he can? Because listen, Eddie Howe has done a great job taking them to Newcastle to the Champions League twice, winning them the Carabao Cup two Carabao Cup finals. But has he taken them as far as he can? Can he take them to the next level, which is competing for the Premier League and competing to win the Premier League and to win the Champions League? Can he do that? Because sometimes when you see the players of Newcastle, you look at like 3-4 years ago, they were under Steve Bruce. Like the players of Joe Willock, for example, the players like Jacob Murphy. Like when you see these players, like why? When you see players, Newcastle have brought in like Alanga, Jacob Ramsey, and those good players. So if they brought those good players, why does he keep playing Joe Willock and Jacob Murphy when they proved like years ago they're not good enough, even under Steve Bruce? So I don't know why he still keep playing Steve Bruce players. I don't understand. When Newcastle have got good players, you look at the bench, they've got good players. They've got Voltemede, they've got Alanga, they've got Jacob Ramsey. Like I don't know why Eddie Howe is obsessed on resting some big players on the bench. He did it against Barcelona when he rested Voltemede. So yeah, sometimes Eddie Howe's made some mistakes this season when you think like, why is he doing that? Why is he putting big players on the bench? He did it last game and he did it against Barcelona. So has he taken Newcastle as far as he can, or do you think has he taken as far as he can, and you think other manager would do a better job and able to take Newcastle to the next level, or this is where the Newcastle are? So let's see what happens. But I think Eddie Howe is a good manager. He's a very good manager. He's done really well for Newcastle. But at the same time, if you want to go to the next level, you need to do something different at times, as whether that's managers, tactics or personality or fans' perspective. You need to do something different. You need something fresh. You need to add that something extra for you to go to the next level. So I think this is what Eddie Howe needs to do: is that he needs to prove more and more that he's a very good manager. He's a good manager, but he needs to prove more and more by taking Newcastle to the next level. Can he do that? The future will tell us. But Everton, they're a good side. They're at home. My score prediction: I'm going for a 2-2 draw. Tottenham against Fulham. It's a game that Tottenham should win. Fulham have not been, scintillating best this season. They're 15th in the Premier League. Tottenham, they've had a difficult run of form in the last couple of weeks. So again, their run of difficult fixtures, Barcelona, PSG, Chelsea, Arsenal, etc., is kind of over. Except maybe they have Newcastle away coming up on Tuesday. So it's a kind of relief that those difficult run of fixtures they had is over. However, they almost lost all of them, except Copenhagen at home, of course. So, and United at home, but that felt like a loss because they made a great comeback and they blew it away. So, yeah, but it's again that that Tottenham have to win. They have to bounce back. They are how many points behind the top four? They are 2-3 points behind the top four. They're not far away, but it's a game that they have to win. They have to bounce back. It's a very important game for Tottenham. So yeah, I expect Tottenham to win. So I'm going for a 2-0 win for Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, let's move on to other leagues. You've got Barcelona playing against Deportivo Alves. Barcelona, they're 1 point behind Real Madrid. They've won their last 3 games after losing to El Clasico. Alves are 14th in La Liga. So again, Barcelona they should win. However, in Champions League they've been quite inconsistent, not been good. Losing obviously and that bad defeat against Chelsea, and they should have lost against Club Brugge. In Champions League they should improve. And if they want to win the Champions League, they can't be bad defensively. I said it many times before. I'll say it again. Like, if they want to win the Champions League, they have to improve defensively. And they cannot play this ridiculous high line because it's going to cost them again and again. Like it happened last year against Inter for Barcelona. And they've got crucial games coming up. They've got Deportivo Alves, a game they should win today. But then before they've got Atletico Madrid on Tuesday at home. So does Hansi Flick rest some players for that game, or he goes all guns blazing to try to boost the confidence of the squad especially after losing against Chelsea? Let's see. But it's a game Barcelona should win anyway. 3-1 win for Barcelona. Atletico Madrid, they also have a game before Tuesday against Barcelona. They play Real Oviedo at home. They're not far away, Atletico, behind from the top spot. I mean, they had a difficult start of the season, but since then they've had a very good run of form. They just beat Inter Milan. They won their 5 last games. They won 5 of their last games in La Liga. They're 4 points behind Real Madrid. They've been a good run of form, despite they had a difficult start of the season. So again, they've got Real Oviedo, who are bottom of the league. Should be easy win for them. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Atletico Madrid. Let's move on to Serie A, as you've got AC Milan against Lazio. AC Milan, they are second in Serie A, 2 points behind Roma. Lazio, they've not been that good. They are 8th in Serie A. AC Milan should win. I expect them to win, and they've been quite good this season under Allegri. They've defensively they've improved, and going forward not so much. But when you're under a coach like Allegri, he's gonna mostly focus on defensively. However, they've got one of the most informed players, or let's say the top scorer of Serie A is Christian Pulisic, even though it's by 5 goals. But at the same time, AC Milan, the 2 points behind, they're ahead of Napoli, they're ahead of Inter, so they should win against Lazio home. I expect them to win 2-1. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich have got a game that they have to chance to bounce back after losing to Arsenal against St. Pauli, who are 16th, 1 point above the relegation zone. It's a game that Bayern should easily win, so 4-0 win for Bayern Munich, no problems. And then PSG, who've got an important game today, Monaco away. After beating Tottenham, a crazy match, they've got Monaco away, who are 8th in the Ligue 1. They've not been that good this season, even though they play Champions League football this season, and they just drew 2 baffles away. So but it's a game that PSG should win. Not should win, I should say, because it's away, so it might be tricky. But Monaco are not a great side, are they? So I expect PSG to win, so I'm going for 2-1 for Paris Saint-Germain. Now let's move on to Formula 1.